Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to more family-friendly gaming with Soap the Great. We are back in Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. We left off last time with working on the cam gear repair, and we needed to get back into the timing belt change, or rather the timing belt removal. So what we're going to do is we're going to get back in here and go into disassemble mode because we need to get to this cam gear right here. And that is being held on by the timing belt, which is being held on by the timing belt cover. We finally got to the timing belt cover after removing a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully I remember how to put all of that stuff back on. So, yes, this is one of the reasons why it'd be very difficult for me to get into this just straight off. You have to start small, but let's remove this one. And we've got a lot of bolts to remove. Okay, not a lot, there's only 4. So you kind of got to move the mouse with it, which is interesting. Timing belt cover is off. Anything left? Okay, we can remove the timing belt. And that's now in my inventory. Let's go to the examine mode just to see. It looks like this one is in, okay, condition is 24%. This one's unknown. What we're going to do is remove this. So back to disassemble mode. Okay, item added to inventory. And then let's see what else we need. Open repair order. We've got the fuel rail DI. And where is that? Let's go into examine mode here. Can we do that? Normal mode. Back to, can we get into, well, that's not really what I wanted to do. Let's see, assemble. We want to, let's put that bumper back on. Yeah, we'll put that back on. We've got to find the fuel rail. Let's go into the engine and see what it is we need to figure out. Inner tie rod, front sway bar, lower suspension arm, the fuel system. It does not look like there is any connection between the engine and the fuel tank at the back, so we've got to get into the back right back there. Fuel rail DI. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Let's see about going any further in. There's the engine block there. Let's go into examine mode again. Brand new exhaust manifold. We did that last episode. What's this one? That's the, oh, there we go. Okay, it's right there. So we can just stay in the engine block. That's good. Let's go back to disassemble mode. And the intake manifold is currently in the way, as is the throttle. Okay, we've got a bunch of bolts to pull off for the intake manifold. Same here. So it kind of guides you through, so that's good. I don't have to actually keep extensive notes on what I've removed, hopefully. So that's now in my inventory, and we can remove the fuel rail. And there we go. Now we need a new cam gear, and we need a new fuel rail. And let's make sure we get the correct ones this time. We did have an issue with that the last time around, getting the correct thing. So just check in here quick. Checking my surroundings and make sure I don't need to leave real quick. Fuel rail. Double spelling there, double typing. Fuel rail DI. We want this one. Yep. Alright, and then we need a cam gear. I think we need this. Let's go back. Go back to the engine. Let's make sure. Let's make sure we get the right one. That's just a regular cam gear. Okay. See that? Let's go back to our parts shop. And we'll get this cam gear. Bye. Alright, so we've put a lot of money into this car, some of which we have not needed to do. Let's go into the engine. We're going to go to assemble mode. And go to... Well, we can't quite do that now, can we? We can't put that back on. We have to put on the cam gear. Assemble mode. We've got a lot of parts to put back on. Can we put that back on? We don't want to do that. If we do that, we've got serious issues. Can we go in and... No. We don't want to look at that. We need to put the cam gear back on. Can we move this engine around? There we go. We're going to put in this cam gear. And then we're going to put back on... We're going to move... No. Not that one. Let's move... Can we move the... Ah, there we go. We're going to put this fuel rail back on. And we'll put in the one that we just bought. And then we'll put the intake manifold back on. Okay. Now, if only we could apply actual mechanics here and go back to the customer and say, hey, your intake manifold's at 72%. I mean, I've got it off, and we could work on that. We could get that fixed for you. That would be interesting. Let's put this throttle back on. Throttle's actually in pretty good condition. And let's come back around and see what we need to replace here. Put the timing belt back on. And moving around is a bit awkward. I would like a little more control over our camera here. Can we put that back on? Yeah, we can put the timing belt cover back on. That should be good to go. And yellow means we need to put those in. Okay, and then we need the crankshaft pulley. Got one of those. And then the idler roller. Got that. Oh, that took a bolt also. What's next? Water pump. We didn't take the alternator off. We'll put the water pump back on. Okay, there we go. That needs to be screwed in. And then we've got the Serpentine Belt. And then we've got this Serpentine Belt. Wait, let's just make sure in our inventory, what do we got here? We don't need that. We do need that. This one we bought inadvertently. Belt tensioner. I forgot to put a belt tensioner back on. So, let's see. Oh, you can just put that? I guess so. Okay, so that's been taken from my inventory. Next up, we need to put back in the... we can sell this. Let's see if we can sell the cam gear and the fuel rail. Just for a little bit, you know? And we need to put the engine head cover back on. And then the ignition coils. So, let's come back up here. No. Up. Oh, moving this camera around is an exercise in frustration. Let's put this engine head cover back on, and we'll tighten up these bolts. 6 more, 5 more. All right. So we're coming to the end of the job here, and that's not bad. It's kind of interesting moving around in this particular car. We're going to install the engine or ignition coils. I notice it doesn't tell you which ones, so we don't have to remember the firing order, which is pretty cool. One time, I hate to tell my dad here, but he did a tune-up on one of our cars, and he forgot to label the firing order, and we ended up with a really, really bad situation with that particular car. Let's put our exhaust manifold back on, and that has a couple of bolts left, and we should be good to go. And let's take a look at our inventory and see what we've still got. The two parts that we didn't need, we would take a loss on that manifold. Let's just keep that for now, and we'll see what we can get for it later. But I do believe, let's take a look at our repair order. All of these things are fixed. All right, repair with parts exceeding minimum condition, 71%. Money spent on the job bonus. Total earned. Finish the job. We received $909. And there we go. That is the Reno Piccolo all done. And I forgot to get a screenshot of it before we finish the job. So let's just see if we can get a screenshot here of the empty garage. Oh, that's no good. I'll use the screenshot from the other one. So next up, we're going to take a look at our phone here. And we've got 4 choices here. We got the same type of car as before. Right here, the Reno Piccolo, and a Royale Bianco, a Maluch, Delray Custom. All right, available. So we can't quite take on the Maluch. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm sorry if this is from your language and I am butchering that. Delray Custom, we can't take that. We have to get up to 3001 XP. We're currently at 140. So we'll probably take on the Royale Bianco next time. But that's going to be it for this time around, or this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed this latest installment from Soap the Great here on with some family-friendly gaming. So I've butchered that outro all up. So pardon me for that. I'm trying to get used to this game, and it looks like a lot of fun, but we are not going to continue on this one right now. Join me next time as we take on the Royale Bianco, and that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.